So Javi's gone, and Arrighetti is now possibly down with an injury. Dude, like, when is something finally going to break our way? Do you understand that the World Series they won is still, like, in diapers, right? I am Weston. I love talking about the Astros, and I'm here to talk about Game 62 of the regular season, where the Astros win 8-5 over the St. Louis Cardinals, win the series, and now in about 40 minutes we'll have a chance to sweep the series against the Cardinals. You don't really care about the game too much, and I don't reckon you should. There are three big things that happened last night that were earth-shattering. And it sucked that I couldn't get the video out last night. We'll go over the two smaller things and then get to the meat and potatoes of it. Bregman would get hit in the hand. He stayed in the game. You're hoping that that's all fine and good? Hopefully it is. I'm not going to be too panicked unless something were to come out and say that you should be panicked. He ended the night, had a hit, had 3 runs scored, also had a walk drawn. I'm not concerned. Spencer Arrighetti would leave the game with an elbow contusion. And you're hoping it's nothing too major. He had a really bad go of it to begin with. He's kind of smoothed out. Last night had 4 strikeouts in 3 innings. Gave up 1 home run. The walks and hits were a bit of an issue, but it was a serviceable outing. The big news is that Christian Javier will be having Tommy John surgery. And where do you go with that? He'd pitched really well for a few games. Most recent time out, what I remember, was kind of iffy. And it comes out. He needs the good old TJ. Following when you finally start to get good news. Because Lance has been posting on his Instagram that he's throwing and he's feeling good. And you're feeling good vibes from that. And I hear Luis Garcia is going to be throwing again soon. Might have even done it last Friday. I believe was his first day out of the pen. And you're like, all right, here they come. And it was as if to pay penance for them getting healthy. You lose Javier. And it's a massive blow. I think we're done with this will test the mental. No, this just sucks. This isn't going to test the mental of anybody. This really freaking sucks. That's a massive part of your team. That's a massive pitcher. That's an important pitcher. And that's one of the foundations that you're building the staff off of, and he's gone. And you can throw him in the same category of Lance McCullers, who is a massive pillar of that staff that you had built, who is gone. And you're hoping he can finally get back to being healthy. And Luis Garcia, who had shown a lot of promise and who you had put on a pedestal and were building, using him as a key pillar, who is gone. And it just freaking sucks. And if you also now are going to be down Arrighetti for, even if it's just a short period of time, a couple weeks or a month, that sucks. It's bad. And you give the pen all the credit in the world because they held it together. You had Taylor Scott, who would go a pair of innings, would give up a run, but he gutted his way through it. You had Parker Mashinsky, who would not do that. He would give up a home run, pair of runs in 2/3, which was less than ideal. Brian Abreu clutched up hard, picked up a pair of strikeouts in 2/3 of an inning, or an inning in 2/3, pardon me. And then you get Ryan Presley in the 9th, who would pick up a strikeout, and a save. I said low leverage situations. 8-5 is kind of on that, teetering. It's a save, but, come on now. It's not really a save. If you want to go positive for the game, what I would give you is the offense scored 8 runs and I discussed this a lot with longtime friend of the channel, Noah. This felt like one of the better offensive performances, not because, they scored 8 runs. It felt like sustainable. It felt like sustainable offense. Offense that is replicatable. They had 4 runs off of outs last night. 2 ground outs in the first inning, and then a couple of sac flies later. It's also spread out. You had Yordan Alvarez getting an RBI ground out. You had Jake Myers getting an RBI ground out. Yainer Diaz with the home run. You had, if I'm not mistaken, Karen Teeding with a sac fly. Pena with a double and a sac fly. It was everybody. It's the whole, it takes a village thing. But it does. You have 9 guys in the lineup, and you would prefer all 9 to produce at some point. That was a very nice spread around offense. And it's big. It's important. That felt like the sustainable Astros offense. It's not two guys like Bregman and Altuve, or Altuve and Alvarez, or Alvarez and Tucker, who are just carrying the offense because the two of them went, 4 for 5 and 3 for 5 with a walk, or 3 for 4 with a walk. And both of them had a home run and like 3 RBIs apiece. It wasn't that. It was a nice even evening where everyone got to throw a little bit in there, and it was even the outs were productive. And I've talked about that before. When you put the ball in play and you force the other team to have to make a play, that's a big thing. When you can make outs but still make them pay with runs is even better. And when you finally get those wins, and that's how you do it, it's like, oh man, even the outs are productive. Which, you won the day before, you won yesterday. Right now I'm willing to say, man, even the outs are productive. And I would love to say, man, now you can go for the sweep. Make even more productive outs. And simply wrap up a nice little series with a nice little bow and get you almost to 30 wins on the year. And go into an off day with a nice series sweep following a week that, man, could have just been so much better. The game is going to start very soon. It's a 2:10 start time Eastern, 1:10 start time Central. The Astros are going to send Ronel Blanco to the mound, hopefully looking to rebound. And the St. Louis Cardinals, not the Arizona ones, are going to send Miles Michaelis to the mound. I'll be here afterwards to talk about it, but as for right now, that's all I have to say. So if you enjoyed the video, please consider to like and subscribe. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day, and as always, go Astros.